I seen bubbles, so that's what I'm doing. What's going on, people? Collectives, individuals, um, just random people that want to check out this message. Just love, you know. I am Solo69, and welcome to my channel. So I got another message, but this one right here, I believe I've been sitting here conversating with the prime creator, you know. And it's actually a beautiful thing, but I'm just, I guess, a crybaby. I don't know, fuck it. It is what it is. But I mean, like, the emotional sense is like overwhelming, so I gotta be honest about that part. So, you know, when you basically, I'm just gonna just get to the point. So I've been sitting here, I guess, in meditation, and God has really been showing me things, and it's been like different flashes, like flashbacks. And I got the bubbles up because that was the last thing that I was brought to see. And I don't know, let me see, if I step outside, maybe I'll see them. But after Zeke already out there. After hold on. Do I see any? Just a little bit of them, yeah. Because I thought it was pollen at first. I thought it was pollen. So it's kind of cool out there. Feel good though. But here's the thing. God God has been showing me different flashbacks of different times when I've helped people and didn't think nothing of it. Didn't even expect to do it. Had the means to do it. Stop it. Had the means to do it. Zeke, he was like, well, I thought we was going outside. Like, I'm sorry, Zeke. I just feel like I punked you. My bad. Oh boy, that's kind of funny. Zeke, stop. Now I'm talking. Now don't do that. Now right now, wait a minute. Now we'll go in a second. I gotta get dressed, but we'll go in a second. Stop. All right, so let me get this out real quick. But like, God has been showing me different times. Like, I'm gonna tell you about the first experience that he showed me. He showed me that the one time when I went to Church's Chicken to get me some legs. I love Church's Chicken legs. I love Popeye's legs. I think I just like legs. But anyway, and I wasn't feeling too good, but I knew that chicken was, greasy, and it was go down, without a problem. I wouldn't have to fight with it, ingesting it or whatnot. So I got me a couple of legs and some okra, blase, blase. And then I stopped at this corner store. I took a bite out of a leg, and for some reason, my body felt like it rejected it, like it didn't want it. So I just set it, I'm in my car. I just set it on the passenger side seat. Excuse me. I stopped at one of the hood Phillips 66 that was on my way going back towards my house, which was, a distance, but I always used to cruise through the hood on my way home. And when I got out, I went into the store, I got what I needed, and I came back out. Probably was a ginger ale, knowing me. And I keep playing with this orange. So if y'all hear him, y'all know what's up. But when I came back outside, it was like this, it was a man standing out there, pretty much a panhandler. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their life. Some of them be on drugs, some of them be homeless, some of them just be trying to get a little change here or there. But, most of them have drug issues or alcohol problems, and I didn't pay no mind to them. I just went on to my car. And, right before I started my car up, he asked me, did I have a couple of dollars so he could eat, and I really didn't have, I low key had just spent the last money that I had on me on the chicken. So I had money, but it was on a card. And I was like, I'm sorry, I ain't got anything on me right now. And I started, he was like, all right, it's cool. And I'm like, well, you have a blessed day. Hey, what's going on, John John? And so I turned around and I went back. I was driving out, and right before I could go out into the main street, God had me look over at that box of chicken that I had just bought, and the shit was still hot and fresh, But I had took one bite of chicken, a bite off a leg, and I turned around and rolled my window down, and sir, hey, sir, and I was like, I don't got no money. You say you hungry, but I got this chicken, it's not, I said, I just got it. I just only took a bite and I know it's still fresh. I don't know if you eat after other people, but I'm not trying to be just rude like that. He was like, hell yeah. And he ran to the car and got the box. And, that motherfucker, because you got some people that act like they won't. You got some people that act like they really need to eat and stuff, but they really trying to get money to support their habit. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, he pulled that shit out right in my face and he was like, it's good, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I felt so good giving him that shit. And to the point to where I didn't even feel sick no more. And then by the time I made it home, I done stopped at Popeyes, because it was a Popeyes on my way home too. I done stopped at Popeyes and got me some food, and I'm smashing my shit. So it was something like it was meant for me to give him that, because my appetite came back strong as fuck, and I was able to still eat. So I was happy about that shit. See, this is this is the first one that I'm telling you about. I might not speak about other ones. I'm just throwing y'all a hint real quick, because God showed me that vision. He took me back to that day, some shit that happened years ago. And I done did this a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have done it too, because when you got a good heart and you see people in need and you know that you can help, and sometimes your heart will tell you, help them. Even if it's throwing them a couple of dollars, even if it's giving the last little bit of the change that's in your shit. And then you got some people that do that shit, and God will not, you won't hear that voice that say, help them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of got to decipher and use your intuition in between the energies. But this is still a format of charity. You don't just have to go into a church building to do charity work and to pay your tithes and offerings. Facts. But what I'm saying is, the point I'm making is that God started showing me these glimpses of all the times that I've helped people, and it was really Him testing me. Every one of them wasn't a test. Some of them was just help out the kindness of your heart. But it's almost like an angel. It was an angel disguising themselves. You know what I'm saying? As a homeless person or a person in need. And how, and it's like say for instance, it was another time when I was going to do some laundry. My washing machine and shit had broke. So I went to the hood laundromat. I didn't want to go all the way across town to the ones, but I just went to the hood laundromat, and I put my shit in. Sorry. And I walked outside. It was hot as fuck outside, It's people all outside, like sitting out there. They need water and shit. It was hot as fuck. And I started looking around at the folks. I was sitting in the car. I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting in the car smoking a blunt. Thank you. Real talk, I need it. Yeah. It's a good feeling though, but it's tearful, because it's like tears of joy. It's kind of like, wow, this is amazing. And I done thought about this on plenty of times, and I always tell people, watch who you deal with, because you never know who you're entertaining. You never know the spirit within a person or who you're entertaining. And say you can entertain an angel, and sometimes you entertaining God too. So I mean, but in this case right here, I was sitting out in my car. I had my air on. It was hot. I'm bumping my music and I'm smoking, chilling. And I started looking around, and I'm just seeing them sit there, man. I backed up. I backed up and left. I went down the street, I got some of them big ass styrofoam cups of ice. You know what I'm saying? Ice and bottled waters. I got them little sandwiches, them little sandwiches they had cut in half and shit, and some chips and shit. I didn't know if these people was gonna look at me crazy or not. It didn't even dawn on me. I felt like I needed to move like this, so I just moved on it. And man, I went back and I got out the car with this shit, and I was set this shit on the top of my car, and I just started walking up to people like, "Hey, sir, do you feel like you need this? Will this help you right now?" He was like, "Yeah, thank you, I appreciate." And everybody accepted it. Everybody accepted it, and it gave me a good feeling. But it's like, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of came and went so fast, because it wasn't like I wasn't looking for no type of honor or praise or anything out of it. So that feeling came and went so fast, and the next thing I know, I was sitting in there waiting on my clothes, and my baby girl was with me too. I was sitting there waiting on my clothes, and a guy that I went to school with walked in and sit down beside me, and I looked up. We didn't even recognize each other. We used to be some of the worst kissing, tardy. But this was my little ninth grade boyfriend, yo. Shit was crazy. Talking about, I was late into my first period class every day. Teacher standing outside. Her name was Miss Tiller. She would sit outside like, "Y'all hurry up. Get it over with. Come on in." See, she didn't, like, she knew we was like the kissers, you know what I'm saying? She, but he came, and we used to sing together, because he had a real nice voice, and so he came and sit down beside me, and we looked up and realized we were sitting next to each other, and I was like, whoa, and hugged him. But I could sense on him, when I hugged him, I could sense that he was dealing with some things, and I wasn't, I could feel it. So I made sure I talked to him. We kind of, went back in the days with talking, blah, 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 blah. But basically, I ended up getting a blessing that day, and we ended up singing again, sitting there. And it just, I know that's small shit, but the way it made me feel, the fullness that I felt inside of me, I felt whole, like knowing that I was able to make his day, because he ended up telling me about some things about himself that he was going through, that he mentally ended up going through, and how it kind of fucked with him, and I was able to, and I know that high school feeling. I don't know whether it's a relationship, whether it's just that childlike spirit that come back within you that we really should never push out of our life in the first place. That shit came back, and I felt like we fed off of each other and gave each other that, and so that was a good thing. Thank you, and God bless you too, little John. So I mean, it's like God has been showing me. I just been chilling, and Zeke then came in here with his collar, because after I fed him, I was like, "Zeke, after I eat, I'm gonna get dressed, and we're gonna go ahead and do our outside thing." And I ate, and instead I came in here and just I kind of just chilled. And Zeke came, and next thing I know, I'm listening. I got pushed to the shit was so heavy, and then the song. That's why I put that post up. I posted a comment talking about with "Unconditional Love" by Tupac, because now, like, it's like, no matter what people have done to me, man, I forgive you. I do. I may not be able to say it to your face. I may not be able to be in your presence. I may not be able to ever be in your life again. But I forgive you. And the things that I've done to hurt anyone, you know what I'm saying? Anyone, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of times we hurt people and don't even realize we hurt people. I hope that one day I will be forgiven for the pain that I've caused on people doing my own growth as well. I don't expect nobody to forgive me for whatever wrongdoings, whatever little or big that I've maybe put pressure on another person. But what I can do is say that I apologize for bringing anybody any mental, physical, or spiritual pain, which I highly doubt spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front on that part, but you never know how you've made another person feel. So I'm not even gonna, overlook that part. And I hope one day, just as well as I can forgive others, that I can be forgiven by others. But I don't hold no grudges, man. I don't care if you tried to take my life. I don't care. I'm still here. So I can still speak up. I ain't got to be mad about that. It just taught me a strength that I didn't know I had within me. I'm grateful for that. The changes that I didn't had to be put through, the struggles that I didn't had to go through, the situations that I done been placed in. I don't take none of that as a grain of salt, no. But I also ain't mad at none of it either. Now, it hurt at the time, but everything is lessons if you allow yourself to learn through it. And I mean, at this point in my life, I know where my mental is with my strength. And so I'm okay with it. And I hope that, I wish, not trying to be funny, but I wish that some of the people that installed that pain on me, I don't wish that pain on them, but I wish that they could have learned the same lesson that I learned out of that. Instead of looking at it like, well, we didn't fuck her up bad enough, let's go and do more shit to her. You know what I'm saying? I wish that some would have just, learned from these lessons and kept going, because everybody done went through pain. Everybody has hurt. So why would you want to install pain on another intentionally? I can understand when it's physical. You said that is why for some people, the only way for them to learn is going through the same thing as they, yep, that is very true. It is. And see, but the thing is that sometimes when people don't think that they're getting seen for the things that they do to hurt others, especially intentionally hurt them, and they think that they're getting away with it. They're not understanding how they just continuously digging a hole and making it deeper and making that pain that they're going to have to endure later so much worse. Just because they think they got away, God don't let anything go by. Nothing. And, it's just a matter of time. That's all. And I was, I wish I could say that I was taught these things by the parents that raised me, by the parents that I came into this world, under. But I can't say that. But I'm not mad at them either, because, even, not trying to be funny, but even Jesus, went off at 12 and disappeared, so to say, what the stories say. And they was lost, that he was like, they was looking for him, I think, for like 3 days. This little motherfucker was in the temple talking to grown motherfuckers, talking about, do you think I wasn't with my father? So when you go through and have to go through certain things, God is with us. So that's the one thing I don't understand, is how when people want to hurt you and people want to do certain things to you, the one thing that they want to believe is like God is not with you. God don't see you. God ain't going to pull you out of that situation. It's all about the faith that you choose to have within yourself. The blessings that can be given to me, I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for the people that's in my life that's willing to help me when I need it, because I struggle. My struggle real as fuck. My life has been a motherfucking struggle. As far, I ain't got to sit there and just go on, I was this and I was that. But yeah, I struggle still right now to this day. I struggle to eat. I struggle to pay my bills. I try not to ask people for shit, but every now and then, yeah, I need to eat. Help me eat. Just because I struggle don't mean that I don't belong in the kingdom of heaven. It don't mean that I don't belong in no high ranked spiritual position. This is the earthly shit. This is it. That's it. This shit come and go, and I done had it, and I done lost it, and I done had it and lost it again. So and to be honest with y'all, I'm probably gonna end up not being able to do no readings in a minute, because my shit probably gonna cut off soon. I'm just keeping it real. As long as I can have a roof over my head, though, I'm okay. So just fair warning, if y'all don't see me going into the month of May for a minute, don't mean that I'm declining anybody. I probably just got my Wi-Fi turned off. But I'm just saying that struggle is real. And you got some people that want to see you fail when you're just doing the best that you can to survive in a positive way. I don't fuck with people. I don't go out and look for problems. I'm not in for the streets. You know what I'm saying? I mind my business. I'm actually a hermit and I stay to myself. And that's why I'm glad to have Zeke with me, because he actually keeps me company. He actually takes out the lonely side that I had within me, being by myself when I had moments of loneliness. He removed it, you know? So, what is that? My little blind ass. Okay, I see it. So I know the meaning of struggle and survive. And the thing, I've been placed in situations on purpose and to struggle and survive. So but I didn't ever look at it in a way like, damn, what am I gonna do? I'ma lose my mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never look at it. I always looked at it like, damn, well, shit, I know what to do when the world come to the end. I was like, I know how to, I know that if the world hit rock bottom and shit go, I know I can probably deal with it better than most can. Because when it's okay, look, I get my vehicle taken, I get my jobs removed, I get my everything removed from me. People, I done had people take from me, certain people. I'm gonna just say certain people, because everybody ain't done it. But I done had people coming after my ass for years. And all they want to do is take from me just to make sure it's okay. It's okay, because at the end of the day, like I say, God don't make no punk ass soldiers. He never do. It's up to us if we want to tap out or not. And so, ain't no way. I'm here to win, and not just win like I'm trying to win a competition or a championship or a goal or cross a line. No, 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 no. I'm here to do what I came here to do, and I'm here to succeed in that. And if I came here by choice, because I've been helping people since I was a kid, and if I couldn't do it out my mouth, it was out my pocket. So, and a lot of times I didn't even realize I was doing it at all, man. And these grown motherfuckers that was around me, it's like I scared them or something. But why? Y'all, now y'all, anyway, I ain't finna go into that. Keep it positive. I just want y'all to know that God don't make no punk ass soldiers. And when you on a certain mission in this world, and I've been knowing it from a long, like since I was a kid, I didn't know exactly what the mission was, but I've always knew that it was something I was meant to do, and it was bigger than just me. Always knew it. I used to look up at the moon and watch the moon when we used to ride in the car. I wasn't about 7, 8 years old, looking up at the moon, like, and I used to touch it. I used to like feel like I was putting my hand on it through the glass, and I would always be like, that's I don't know what the fuck the moon really made of. I ain't no scientific motherfucker, none of that shit. But what I can say is that I used to always be like, that's where I'm from. That's my home. I don't know where I'm at. So I knew a long time ago I was snatched out of heaven to do hellish things. I used to say that all the time. I'm snatched. As a kid, I was walking around saying I feel like I was snatched out of heaven to do hellish things. And so, and in this world, the things that I've been drugged through, the way that people have come to me, the way that people present or send other people towards me, it's like they need me to be a prostitute. They need me to be, and I ain't trying to knock nobody that love the same sex, but they needed me to be gay. They needed me to be everything but angel. Me, who I am. Not solo, not rude poet, but angel. And I'm still me. I'm still angel, man. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. And it doesn't matter if you try to take try to make me starve to where I get so ugly in the face, nobody will want to look at me or be around me. It doesn't matter. Now, all that shit that has been done to try to crucify me as an adult, because I was crucified enough in the home as a child. But and it's like it'll never stop until I take my last breath. Well, I'm going to let it be known that it's going to be hard getting that last breath out of me. Y'all keep in mind, this full moon is right around the corner in the next 3 days. And one thing I can say is this. Every time I get some type of weird premonition, every time I get some type of weird message that's for me, not for nobody else, but for me, 3 days later, there it is. Always been that way. Seems like it always will be that way. It's full moon in 3 days. So anybody that got it out for me that want to try that shit, now is the time. And I suggest that you put in every bit of work that you need to do, because this is the last time. And I'm telling you myself this time. This is the last time, the last chance that you got. So you better make your last your best. Fucking with me. I'm not going to come for you. I'm not going to do anything. And just because you don't see me on, if y'all manage not to see me on here anymore, and I ain't saying it anymore like ever. I'm saying it like because, yeah, motherfuckers is going to try to make sure my shit gets shut down. And I ain't talking about YouTube, because they tried that shit. That didn't work. I ain't never even been flagged. Thank God. Because they done tried it in a lot of different ways. I ain't never been flagged, though. I ain't never been suspended or nothing from YouTube. And I know that sometimes I cut up on here. So I really am thankful for, by the grace of God, that I'm good on that. But what I can say is they are going, like in a minute, I may have to, y'all might see me way later on. Maybe not. Maybe everything will be fine. But shit, they've been looking to see. They've been mad, waiting to see if have my hair fell out, have it fell. Because I didn't know what was going on. That's why you got some little pieces like this that's short. Cause yeah, that shit was trying to come out, and y'all was trying to get it to come out in the front. It was kind of weird shit. Not like where it was just falling out in the back or in the middle, but y'all was trying to get it to come out in the front. Like it was like I don't know. Man, my grandma passed away at a very old age. She had some beautiful hair, and it wasn't thinned out. My traits and my background, my mama's people and my daddy's people, my real daddy's people, they got some heavy ass traits. And I ain't gonna be no, thin-haired motherfucker. I'm not gonna lose the image that God gave me because of somebody else's hatred towards it. Nails gonna break any fucking way. Especially when you ain't treating them right, because you go into the nail shop every so odd minutes and, having them put drills and shit on them. So of course not. They, like I say, they were mine, but they still wasn't treated with care. So just like y'all gonna witness my nails grow back strong, you're gonna witness my weight pick up nicely again. Because at first, it was me in weed that made my weight drop. People thought I was on some serious ass drugs. I still got people that question, do I do drugs? Like, damn, you smoke weed? I'm like, I don't even smoke weed, bro. Not no more. And I ain't knocking nobody that do. It just don't sit well with me like that. And I done went back and tested the water again to see. Maybe it was the stress along with it. Maybe this, maybe that, making assumptions, because I like to smoke weed. So of course I was in denial about the shit. But then I realized it just, not only do it suppress the way my gifts move, it don't help my pineal gland. It don't open my shit up, my senses up like it do others. This shit knock my shit sleep. It make it go to sleep. I'm not as clairvoyant as I would normally be on some weed, smoking weed. I don't fuck with any other drugs for me to worry about this shit. I barely drink, and I ain't had nothing to drink. I want to say since shit about almost November. I may have had a beer with my neighbor. I don't drink beer though, but I'm chilling with my neighbor, talking to her, so it's cool. But, so in other words, I'm saying, y'all gonna see this. Y'all gonna see the difference. You'll be able to tell when people are doing shit or not. And I know what's up. But you know, they it's like an image that they want. Like I'm talking about, I can't even get my last name changed right now. I'm not even supposed to be who I am by the last name no more. To be honest with you, my last name, I don't even have a last name, a real last name. I'm literally just Angel. I can't claim nobody's last name. I'm not gonna go back to a last name that I found out wasn't even my real bloodline. You know, so I gotta create my own. And I will. But right now, I'm being kind of held up about my last name because of money. I know what's up behind all of that as well. And it's like as long as the more that they that is being taken from me, because I'm gonna be honest, I can open up about this. What do I got to hide? Hell, I'm on somebody's pension. I'm on somebody's pension, and as long as I got, thank you. And with me being on this person's pension, the only way that I can get my name, you know, get it removed, get me off the pension is to get my, you know, show that proof that I'm not with that person and that person won't deliver that proper proof. Not the proper proof. I'm weird as hell. You good? You didn't have to erase that. You know, but beyond all of that, you know, it's a process for everything. But right now, I got a lot of shit, a lot of information that was stolen from me to make sure that I didn't make no moves. And then, you know, shit, I can't get on the Air Force base. You know what I'm saying? My military ID got stolen from me. But the other shit didn't. Like the shit that was expensive didn't. Everything that had my ex-husband's name on it, it got stolen out of my car when my car got stolen. But all my devices, and my cards and everything that showed my work got ripped the fuck up and destroyed. But my computers, my cameras, everything that could have been maybe pawned or make some money off of it or even used, it was still there. How can you not tell that ain't work, that wasn't orchestrated job? It would be dumb. You said I used to be yeah. See, I was a military spouse, and that was my ex-husband's shit, and that shit got held over my head like all I wanted was their money. I was this and I was that, and I'm like, shit crazy. I'm but then when he turned around and told me, that shit hit me different last night for some reason. He told me this shit back in November, but that shit hit me different last night when that motherfucker said that me and my kids was nothing but an asset. And at first I didn't take it in the way that I should have took it in, but I knew that it involved money, but I didn't take, it's like, I realized, okay, so he just made it clear. He said it out his own mouth. You know, it's a lot that I've went through that's been hindered and hidden, and the story has been changed and flipped. And I have to accept that because, I don't really I don't owe nobody no explanation. Fuck y'all. If y'all, like I remember his nieces and shit, they used to sit up and be like, Uncle might love you. Uncle might love you. He really want to be with you. And I'm like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what this man really do, man. And all I can do is kind of sniggle about the shit because anything that I did, I didn't move in a secretive way. I wasn't secretive. You know what I'm saying? If I dated somebody else, everybody knew it. I went on with my life because I could not get out of a divorce. Because he was fucking with my brain, bringing me divorce papers for me to sign that would never get filed. You know what I'm saying? Playing with my mental, making me feel like you going and doing this and I ain't gonna have shit. You sure? You sure? Because if you do it, then you won't get no benefits. If you do it, then you won't be able to get on the Air Force base. You won't be, just almost like it was a slapping bitch. Fuck that base. What you mean? Fuck that place. Fuck those benefits. What good are they if I'm dead? Man, last night, because I done had to cut off 2 motherfucking life insurance policies. 2 of them. And I was brought to do research last night. Finally, like the way my mind, like I was put in such a fucked up hostile situation to where I wasn't thinking straight. I was just thinking about survive, survive, survive. Me and my kids, every time I got settled to try to go to school, next thing I know, I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker didn't want me to do shit. So I have to go back to square one and stop this to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? I was always thrown in a fucked up whirlwind. But man, last night, guy had me do research on, the life insurance policies and how, like, can a person even, put a life insurance policy out on your ass without you, knowing or getting permission? And then that motherfucker said, usually they gotta have consent. How the fuck did I get it? I know I didn't consent. I know I didn't do no type of consent for it. I know for a fact I didn't. But he actually told me, you told me I can do it. No, the fuck. No, I didn't. Now you ain't finna, just like you told me I was dreaming when I seen you leave with another motherfucker. You can't try to put things in my head to make me think I'm losing myself. I'm not fucking crazy. So, and if you know me, if you listen to me, you know I got a lot of fucking sense. Even he'll listen to me until it's about his ass. So it's, you can't deny this shit. You can avoid it as much as possible and act like it. But man, I found, like, with the consent, I was like, so it's got to be a woman involved, or it's got to be. I don't know if it's a forged signature, or if somebody had to say, I am this person. He got my information. That's why I say watch who you say I do to, because you're really putting your life in their hands. You're really putting your life in their hands, no matter male or female. It don't matter who it is. Watch who you say I do to when you getting married. Because I thought when I said I do, I thought I was all good. So, facts. I went ahead and had the life insurance policies canceled. And asked him about him. He claimed he didn't even know about him. How you not gonna know about him? But why is both our names on this shit then? I know I didn't do it. He opened the policy up though. Why? And then had the nerve to brag to one of my friends about it, and then didn't think they was gonna come and fucking tell me. Like, constantly putting your foot in your mouth. But as long as there's no proof, or as long as it didn't come out his mouth, then I'm a liar. It ain't true. So I don't know why I'm on that part, but I guess it's another format of venting, because like I say, man, God, the whole reason that I started this message is because God has been showing me all the times that, like, showing me in different flashes, all the times that I help people. Didn't have to, but was tested to do it. Some of them wasn't a test, but some of them was. It was almost like that movie, The Devil's Advocate, and how at the end, how dude was the whole time he was that motherfucker, and he changed in the bathroom and winked and shit, gave that shit. It was kind of like, it was like God was showing, but not in that format, but more in a godly way. Like, dang, this, like, no matter who I was, you still came with that unconditional love. No matter who I was. And that's why that song by Tupac that I posted on the community board is like, that's why it hit me like it did. And to be honest with you, that's when my tears started flowing like water. So it's like, you probably look a little puffy-eyed because I was crying. And the whole time, Lil Zeke was like, don't cry, mama, let's go on a walk. He done ran and got his harness. Like, you supposed to be taking me outside. Like, you in here crying and shit. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that no matter what I've been through, God has brought me out of it. And he brought me out of it in good shape. Not battered, not sickly. I was sickly. I was sick for 10 years. But I was the first 10 years of my marriage was when it got shown to me about sickly side. And I was sickly in the house that I was raised in. With the time when I was free before I got married, before I got involved, that little space in between leaving my household from growing up to that, I wasn't sick. I got with my husband, ex-husband, got sick. Got out of that, was getting away from this because he abandoned me, yo. I didn't leave this fool. For the ones who know him, that's watching my shit, y'all, here's the truth. Yeah, I was going on with my life because I could not get a divorce that he was playing with over my head. And he knew it. You keeping finances from me. I ain't know nothing about the waiving a divorce at the time. That's how I ended up getting out of it though. But I didn't know nothing about that at first. Because if I would have known, I would have moved on it. Of course. Every time that I tried to do my schooling and everything like that, that shit got corrupted and stopped. Finally that one time when I went to school for music, that's really when the abandonment, because I asked him to go with me and he wouldn't go. He said that he wanted to stay closer to his mama. So, damn, fuck, like I say, fuck the family. It was you was already throwing us to the side anyway. I just was trying and didn't want me to kind of have, like, I wanted to build a career. He had a career. He was military, then turned into a truck driver and shit. So yeah, he had a career. Still got it. His own way, whatever he got going on. Me, I wanted to have something too, not just to fall back on, but I was thinking about building legacies for my kids, man. Like, I wanted to have something that we can, say that it was ours. Not working for somebody else. It belonged to us, And I wanted to share that with my husband, with my family. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I honestly thought that's what we were supposed to do. He didn't want to do that. And everything that I tried to do, it was like he started comparing himself to it instead. Like, well, I bet you I can do it. I bet you I can do it better. I bet you it was like, why though? Like, I never, and to this day, I still don't understand that. I still don't, because I never got the answer. Why? Why do you feel like you want to do it better? Like, you had no interest in it at all. Then you saw me doing it, and all of a sudden, I bet you I can do it. Like, you're my husband. Why would you want to even, why is that? Why are you competing with your wife? I'm your wife. Why are you competing with your wife? When I remember he used to tell me all the time he didn't have a musical ear. He didn't, it didn't really. I was the one that when we rode, I was the one that listened to the words, and he was the one that listened to the beat. And he would say he wasn't musically inclined like that. He didn't have a musical ear, and I'm like, shit, I got an ear for talent. I can tell when a motherfucker come in what they finna be. That's just how I am. I don't know how I can prove that I do that, but that's why I used to want to groom talent, because I can walk when a person walked in. I could tell before. I don't know. It was just a look on them. I could see it. Oh, that's my motherfucker. That's the one. I could see it before the voice even opened up. I saw it. So I'm getting, he didn't mind throwing me money to go into little closet studios at people's homes and shit. They want to pay $150 a track and all this shit that wasn't gonna really go nowhere. He didn't mind throwing that for that. I was like, I'm ready to go to school for this and obtain my real talent, my real goal, what I'm really here to do. That was the first time a motherfucker decided to want to, settle down and buy a house and try to show it to me on our anniversary. And I'm like, the fuck? Where's all this coming from? Because I'm finally wanting to. I'm not only am I wanting to go to school again, because the other times I went for medical assistant and he wouldn't. I couldn't complete that because of certain things that would have to make me stop. I would have to make a choice and leave it alone. But this time I'm going for music, for what I love. This time I'm going, and I'm saying I want to make sure that I know everything. I want to know the paperwork. I want to know the audio, the engineering. I want to know everything. Because just in case I couldn't find the help, because I could never get no fucking help. So just in case I couldn't find the help, I know how to do it on my own. I already had the musical keys in my head. I just need to learn how to put that shit together and learn how to do it the right way. I know that you don't have to have that shit under your belt to be a musician or to do this. I'm very aware of that. But it's smart to do it. It's smart. You don't get fucked over if you know your shit. So I'm ready to go to school for this shit. This is when I found out, right after I found out my father wasn't my real father. I couldn't even finish school, and that motherfucker, every time I tried to fight to go get a GED, that's how I ended up in a neck brace. I ended up in a neck brace because I wanted to go to school. But I was treated like I jumped on him, like I approached him. I was like, I hugged you, bro. I hugged you and said, God love us, bro. Dude pushed me back and said, God ain't in you, God ain't in me, God ain't in this house. I was like, what? So I tried to hug him and ended up in a neck brace. This is, but I'm the one that's fucked up. And then the father that raised me actually told me to drop the charges that I ain't even pressed. Because to be honest with you, I didn't press charges on him. The state did. I was just ready to go home. They sent me home in a separate position that they sent him home. And he ended up going to jail. They set that shit up. I ain't had nothing to do with it. But I was told by the father that raised me, the same one that was pretty much wanting my life gone as well. I was told by him, well, you need to go up there in that court and you need to drop them charges. And you need to let them know it's your fault. Why? It ain't my fault. Why do I need to go and lie? And I was like, and why would? At the time, I didn't know he wasn't my father, because ever since I found out he wasn't my father, we haven't spoken. Right? And he was like, you. I was like, why would you do that to? Why would you want this man? Because look, you know how they got a you know how the towel rack, the little, like the hook, then they got one that's like it's straight or something like that. I don't know. It's still a towel rack. That was on the wall. When that motherfucker threw me on that wall like this, he had me in the air to where my feet were dangling. Man, I looked over when I saw that towel rack thing right there. It was right here by my neck. That could have been my fucking neck on that damn thing, But he ain't did nothing wrong. He ain't did nothing but been the best husband in the world. Let him tell it. He never owned up to anything. And instead, all he's ever done is blamed it on me. He's made people think I'm a liar because he done told me one thing, fucking with my brain. And then when the shit come out to hit the fan, he'll tell them the truth. And I don't think he's don't think he's lying. I think it's you. Everybody, think that. That's why when he had me in the chokehold on the couch while my daughter was at the door watching this shit and she a child and can't do nothing, that's why he was able to tell me to my face, ain't nobody gonna believe you, no way. You're known for your mouth. So who gonna believe you? That's when I saw it in his face, man, like, whoa. And that's why he ended up getting beat in the back by a rake that day. Not trying to be funny, but I'm a beast. Yes, I'm a motherfucker. I'm the type I will defend myself. And yes, I speak the fuck up. I do. I don't think nothing wrong with that. But that don't make me a bad person. That don't make me be nobody that's like, oh, I'm a ruthless bitch. That don't mean that I'm that, because I speak with my own authority. Because I speak with my own goddamn strength. The strength that everybody tried to take from me instead of tried to help me have. The only thing I've ever looked for in a man is to make me feel secure. I'm a woman. Make me feel safe with you. I don't need your motherfucking money. I was trying to go make my own money. I couldn't. Wouldn't let me. Motherfucker wouldn't let me. Many times that I used to sit down and be like, bro, I want to make my own money. Like how I want to surprise you with gifts. I want to be able to do things for you. I don't want to come and ask you for some money. Can I get some money from you to go buy you a gift? I want to surprise. Then you know I'm finna go get the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to surprise with that shit. So yes, I wanted to work and make my own change. Of course, if I was going to school to do shit, of course I was trying to build a career and have something in my life. I wasn't trying to sit there and ride and die off another motherfucker, man. How they proceeded to be at this point. Now that's what it's looking like. Right here, right now, even where I'm at right now. This is the first place that I've had in a long time with just my name on it. Mine. And right now it's a struggle to keep it because, yeah, I've been sabotaged. I know it. I'm well aware of it. I know about who too. Just don't say nothing. I just deal with the shit because this shit is a pattern. This shit ain't nothing new. I'm like, damn, y'all should be tired by now. But because if y'all go back into my months on my readings, you will see where I was getting up, going to work. You will see where I'm driving to work in my car. That's not around me no more. Wonder why type shit. All y'all gotta do is put 2 and 2 together. It's gonna make 4. Motherfucker will come around for 3.5 seconds or send another motherfucker for 3.5 seconds, and then all of a sudden my shit is bashed and gone, and they disappear like they never did shit. Then I'm stuck without the job, and then the motherfucker decide that they wanna. You're right. It's a smearing thank you. That's exactly what it is. But it's been like this for years to keep me stuck. Yep. To keep me stuck. But my question is, I've always wondered, why do y'all not, why? I don't even do none of y'all. So, and I would never ever try to stop nobody else's money, man. I would never try to stop nobody else's livelihood. You know what I mean? And I certainly would never try to tarnish your name or motherfucking end your life. That's why I say I make it clear when I'm doing my messages and stuff, when I get to talking about certain shit, because yeah, of course, man, I had to deal with PTSD. I can't say that I'm over it, but I know my triggers at this point, and I also don't have to depend on no motherfucking THC to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? To calm me down and keep me straight. I learned how to overcome all of that by myself. Everything that I done had to deal with, I had to heal by myself. Everything from the rapes, RAPs, or whatever you want to call them, the SAs, assaults, everything I had to endure, I had to work on it alone. I didn't have nobody around me to comfort me, to be there for me, to tell me I can get through it. Nobody. Instead, what happened was I was developing men that was coming around me, and it seeming like they every time it was they nice, they need to fuck me, they need to get something out of me sexually. I didn't have that happen. But ain't nobody ever said I'll come and protect you. I'll come and love you right. And to be honest with you, most of these motherfuckers got motherfuckers, and for some reason treat that like a grain of salt and think I'm supposed to just, like I'm not valuable to myself or something, just because you don't value yourself in your marriages, your women, whoever you're with. These are men. The same, and I'm not knocking men, but I will say this though. Don't y'all, ain't it supposed to be where it say in the Bible that a man is the closest to God? He's the house of God. Some shit like that. Ain't it, you know, is that what y'all supposed to do? And I've even heard people I've even heard people talk to me because I was at one point, like I was getting ready to move to Cairo for my job that I lost. Shouldn't have probably said, because I get excited about stuff, and I ended up like the next job that I was finna get, man, was finna land me $24 an hour. I was good on that. I was okay with that. Went to that, man. I'm talking about. I ain't never got a chance to. I got to do the paperwork. That's it. Never got to step in the motherfucking building for a first day. Got that took from me, snatched right up under my nose. And then the motherfucker said, why don't you go down there to the QT and work? Why don't you go down the street to the job? Because now you need me to stay at a leash reach, leash reach, so I can get snatched back anytime I need to. Some people just don't like to see you do good. You said, do you know the problem in the military, but now it's starting to change. Most of the soldiers is sent to places without doing the proper mental capacity assessments, and then problems start. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and to be honest with you, a lot of people that's in the military, not trying to be disrespectful at all, but they turn into some real strong narcissistic motherfuckers or some real mental patients. And they don't, and it's like they don't show it right off. They don't show it right off. That shit is hidden. And I'm not speaking about right. They don't, because I'm talking about, and to me, I ain't even gonna lie about this. I noticed this. They take care of their own. They take care of their own. They really don't give a fuck about family like they say they do. A lot of them don't. I can't speak for every branch. But I was a military spouse for 17 and a half years. Let me see. Hold on. Probably a little less than that. Probably because he wasn't in the military that whole time. He got out, and I was still married. So it's somewhere up in there though. It was a while. And being in that position though, I got to witness that shit firsthand on how they, especially when they left and and got deployed and stuff like that, and how they treated certain spouses. For real. If you didn't comply by that shit, Stafford wife type weirdo shit sometimes, oh boy, you was a target to their ass too. And then like I had so much shit happen to me while this motherfucker was gone one time to motherfucking Iraq. I had so much shit happen to me. And then like 3 days before he came home, I got papers sent to me with them canceling everything that they was on, like harassing me about. And I was like, ain't this a bitch? He came, like right before he came home, I was like, we're just going to do this until she come home. Until he come home or something. I got picked on. But I was also, I ended up turning into what they called a rebel of the base, because, I was like, y'all fucking with me, I'm finna fuck with y'all. And I did. So I got on their fucking nerves on purpose. I don't care about that. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. They do need to do it. Like they need to do regular mental exams and checkups and assessments, and for real when it come down to that. I don't even think it depend on the person. I think they just need to do that shit to everybody, because I feel like some people can hide it very well. And like they take it out. Cause see, the way my ex-husband used to do me, he would kiss I would watch him, man. I would get pissed about the shit. He would kiss everybody's ass. Then he would come and take that shit out on me. I would go have to starve that day or something. It wasn't all physical, because, he really wasn't. To be honest with you, I was the fighter. I was the one that couldn't keep my hands. I would swing on a motherfucker quick as fuck. I had them hands. And so I'm not, like I say, that's why I know for a fact I'm not, with two wrongs don't make a right. I had my problems too. I had to grow out of as well. And I ain't had no problem swinging on nobody. Like for real. I was quick with my hands. And this hand right here, my lefty, my little southpaw, because that's what I am, it's got scars to prove it. Because I used to keep an arm brace on my shit because of how much I would swing and break shit and stuff. And I ain't had no problem trying to crack your face wide open. I didn't. I'm not like that now. You hear the aggression in me. You hear it when I'm doing my messages. I don't change that up, but I changed up how I chose to use it. Because we can choose to be our own downfall, and demise. And it's been plenty of times I done sat in the back of police cars and I had police called on me because of my attitude. But I also got them called on me by the same motherfucker. Yeah. Right. And see, you know, let me tell you this. When my ex-husband first went overseas, when he first went overseas, when we was married, because we went overseas right before we got married, and then he went again right after we got married. And so when he was overseas, I asked him, I remember running around the house behind him. This was my first time being left alone on this motherfucking base. We lived on base. I remember I was afraid because I hadn't been left to have to pay bills by myself. Come here, baby. Come here. I don't know what you're doing, Zeke, but you're weird. You're acting weird, so I'm watching you. Fuck are you doing? Anyway, all right, so anyway. But I was afraid of fucking bills up. I hadn't had any bill, like to worry about that type of shit alone for a while. And he was finna leave me, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, you know, make sure that I wasn't gonna fuck up anything. So I had been running behind him for like weeks. Like, can you sit down with me and show me how you budget? Can you show me how you budget? And he kept, wait a minute, hold on. He kept putting me off, putting me off, putting me off. And he put me off up until like, I want to say the day before, like 2 days before. I remember sitting down and I broke down crying to him about it. I was like, you keep ignoring me. I'm trying to figure this out, and you won't show me how to do this the right way because I'm scared of messing this up. And he was like, you'll be fine. I was like, I don't think so. I want you to show me. Can you just show me how you budget? And to me, as a newlyweds, we just got married. That's something we supposed to do together anyway, and you should be wanting to show me how you do your budgeting so I can match your fly, you know. So I didn't get no information until like, dude, we was at the airport. I'm finna watch him get on the plane, go down the little terminal thing. This motherfucker pulled out a Walmart receipt. And he started writing codes and like emails and stuff on that. And that when I even went there and went and tried to do this, was the budgeting. This was what he showed me about budgeting, yo. And that motherfucker left me with that shit and got on a plane. And I'm stuck sitting here like, well, what do I do? And then when I tried to go home and look into it, some of the passwords didn't go with this. I couldn't get into some of this shit. So now I don't know what he got automatically coming out of the account. I don't know I don't know this. It's certain things I just didn't know. So I started bumping heads with certain shit. Now I done fucked up. I done fucked up. I done fucked up the bills. I done fucked up. I done fucked it all up. You know what I'm saying? And he turned around and was like, that motherfucker called me. Now this is, John, I want you to tell me if this is something they can do or not. Especially with you being, you done been in the military. You know they got them first shirts, them first sergeants. All right, so this motherfucker called me, get me on the phone, and I let him know that I fucked up. Because I don't know. I was like, that's why I was asking you to help me. So he turned around and said, well, my first shirt says that I need to divorce you. And I was like, your first shirt? That was when I had my first seizure, y'all. I had a seizure that day. But it wasn't a epileptic. It was a non-epileptic seizure that I had, and I found out that was my first sign of PTSD that I didn't even know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? But he told me that his first sergeant he told me his first sergeant said that he should divorce me. And I was like, wow, wow. And I almost believed it, but I ended up talking to his first sergeant because it's like when certain things got bad, my ex-husband would disappear. I wouldn't hear from him. Like if my lights got turned off or something like that, because he would do certain shit to make me suffer. He would try to. He said he even told me to stay back when he went to Germany, and because he was picking fights with me and shit, and I was afraid to go overseas like that to be with somebody and then get into a fight. I was like, I ain't trying to go to jail over there. Something I was scared. So I was like, do you think, right? But I was like, do you think that I was like, do you think I need to stay here back with the kids? Because if I need to stay back with the kids, if there's something, and then I said it just like this, if there's something that you don't want me to come over there for, if it's the reason why it's something that's over there we don't need to see. Because I felt like he had a secret life anyway. It just was I will never, and I ain't gonna never take back how I feel about none of that. I don't give a fuck how he feel about me. I don't give a fuck what he think when it come down to that. I can never take that back. I've always looked at him like he's had a secret life. Me, I had a double life, but it wasn't no motherfucking secret because everybody knew my shit. Everybody knew I was married and I didn't fuck with him. I fucked with women. Everybody knew that because I couldn't get out of the divorce and I couldn't phantom dealing with another man and they bullshit at that time, so I dealt with women. I had to grow that masculine side of me. That's why I spoke about imbalanced energy the other day when it came down to that. And I wasn't trying to knock nobody life, they sexuality or anything, but I was speaking about myself. And I had to format a growth of more of a, to get my a masculine side of me strong so that way I could be able to handle things that was like, I'm dealing with men. I'm not getting attacked by women, yo. These are men. And they teamed up on me heavy. Him and the father that raised me, they did that shit. Yeah, it was a third party. Look, the only thing, like I say, like the difference between me and him, he used to say he was private. Look, I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have never even known at that time about swingers and shit. He was trying, like before I even married him, he was showing me magazines and shit about swingers, and I was like, swingers? What's up with that? He was like, yeah, couple switching. I was like, I don't shit. When I lay with you, I stay with you. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You know what I'm saying? So like, the fuck you mean? I don't need two penises. The fuck? The fuck you talking about? Like I am not. I wait a long time. If I done got some penis, I'm gonna wait a long time before I get some more. It's not, especially from another motherfucker. I am not that person. If it's even pussy, I same move. You know what I'm saying? I don't jump around. I don't sleep around. I only have one body, man. And I'm. And see, that's another thing. That's why it's some people that want to say certain things about me. But and I've even had a dude, try to hit on me while he had a wife, and then I called him out in front of the wife, and he was like, she was coming at me. She said she can't wait till I fuck the shit out of her and ride that dick, and she wondered. I was like, really? I was like, but I have a tilted uterus, and if anybody know anything about having a tilted uterus, you can't get down like that. You kind of have to be gentle with that person. I like making love. You can't come and just fuck me. I'm not finna talk. Why would I talk like that to a person when I know that I can't fulfill that energy with that person? I have a tilted uterus. So like, that shit gonna hurt. If anybody know me well enough, I run from dick. And it's not, I called myself the track star, deuces. I run from that shit because I can't just have sex like that. It causes me pain. You got to be gentle with me. You got to show me, you got to caress me with love for me to get a little wild or something extra with you. And I ain't trying to tell my business. I just, like I said, I'm open. I ain't got no reason to sit up and ain't no future. I don't hide shit. I ain't got no reason to. My life is my life. I ain't in the dark about my shit. You know, I ain't gotta hide shit. I ain't gotta lie to kick it. I ain't gotta do all of that. I am me, and I'm gonna be me, whether this motherfucker come or go, whether they decide to like me or not, fuck with me or not. It's not gonna change who I am. So I'm grateful for me, you know, and I really try to encourage others that you don't have to hide yourself. Fuck them. Who are they? You know, and I don't fuck, you know, I just don't care about shit like that. And so like I have people that tested them waters all the time. They see the sweetness and niceness in me because I let a motherfucker know real quick, yeah, Angel is cool, but Rude is a bitch, a motherfucker. And please don't try to, you know, get over on me, because when you see that other side of me come out to defend that side that you trying to fuck over, you're gonna treat me like I've always been just on that fuck shit. Yeah, I'm there. Everybody got two sides. But people have a tendency of treating me like, because I show up like the sweetheart that I am, showing my true self. I don't come with no mask on. I am who I am. You gonna accept me or you're not. Fuck you. Fuck you. And, you know, people take that as a grain of salt, like, oh, shit, either they finna try to fuck me over and use me because I'm supposed to be naive or stupid when I'm not stupid. Even when I know a lot of shit that I know, I sit back and just be quiet about this shit. Okay, baby boy, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for that. You know, and it's like, we will talk again. You already know we gonna talk. But you know, but they'll treat me like, you know, they like I'm stupid because I'm so sweet. But I'm like, damn, but all these gems and shit I be dropping for motherfuckers, how y'all think I'm dumb? For real. Like I just, but that just show me that they don't never catch the fucking gems. Child, baby. They don't never catch the gems because you already taking my kindness for weakness because I'm nice. You think I'm stupid because I don't say everything. I speak on everything I know and I see that you do, that you take me through. I still speak to you even though you done lied on me and talked about me. So since I can come in with that persona and it's me being me, I must be lying. I must got a fucked up agenda. I must be trying to aim to play somebody. I didn't even have the motherfucker say, you too cute to be single. I mean, to be faithful. You too cute to not want to play. What the fuck? What the fuck do cute got to do with your soul? 3D, walking in 3D shit, you know. So yeah, y'all be careful who you entertaining, cause you really might just be really entertaining real angels and don't know it. And it's some real dum dums out here that will sit back and all because this person nice. I know everybody. I know I ain't met nobody nice like this. I ain't met nobody that really care like that. I ain't met nobody like you. So guess what? You must be fake, lying like a motherfucker. So I'm finna play your ass first. A lot of these motherfuckers think like that. And man, I just, you know, I wish I could bend them over and spank that ass a little bit just to show them, like, you know how you give them a whooping while you're talking? I told you, don't. Sometimes, because it's like, damn, I wish that it was a better way to teach them, but they really do feel, people really do move like this. And so some people really don't grow up in the right. And the household that I grew up in was not out of love, man. They didn't love me. I didn't get love out of that home. But I got so much love in me to give others. I even wonder sometimes where it come from. And that's how I know God moved with me. That's how I know that God is with me and God is inside of me. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way from all the shit that I done been put through in the deathbeds that I done been wished on, in the magic that I done had installed on me. And here's another trick too. All the dark shit that people have tried to put on me and shit. The dreams that I get, the dreams show me the people who do it. Once again, I just stay quiet. It'll show me your home. It'll show me you. It'll show me something that's letting me know it came from you. And I just don't say nothing. I don't wish nothing bad on you. I don't even really have the time want it to be returned to sender. I return it to God. I give it to God. I don't send it back. Like if I have to do something like ward off some monitoring spirits, yeah, I'm gonna probably read the little passage and go on. And if it say return to sender on it, so be it. But a lot of times the things that I'm doing on that note is returning back to God. I don't know why you deleted that. You didn't have to delete that. But no, and God is the source of it all anyway. So why and half the time people don't be knowing. Some people try to cloak their shit and everything. So they don't even really be knowing who the fuck it come from. So you can't just say return the sender if you don't know who the sender is. Return that shit back to God. Give it to God. God will take care of it and send it back handle the person that sent it to you no matter who it was. You don't even have to know who it was. You can't take what God has given somebody else. You can't. So just so y'all know, you never know when you're entertaining angels or you entertaining the spirit of the Lord in their presence. And every angel that's being entertained, a spirit doesn't have to be homeless or looking for help. And just because we have a certain power or strength within us doesn't mean that we don't struggle or have things in our life that we need to go through. Every empress, just saying, real talk, every empress ain't rich. Every empress ain't living without a struggle. Every empress ain't gotta dress up. Just because a person can look like an empress or an emperor doesn't make them that. Just because a person ain't struggling and ain't needing for shit and ain't hungry doesn't make them that. You got empresses and emperors that go through the struggle just as much. They have to gain their strength too. Period. And I low key, I done heard a couple of other readers, and I'm just speaking against that towards that. And I gotta speak up because I've been told at this point, no more foolery. No more foolery. Just because a person look a certain way does not make them a fucking empress. And I'm gonna tell you this for sure. I don't know no empress card in tarot where the empresses are showing their body. And I ain't saying it like you ain't gotta, that you don't love how your body is. And I'm not never gonna speak against that because I got a little frame and shit. It gets hot and I like to show off my little belly. You know what I'm saying? Because that's about all I can show off because I'm skinny as fuck. So it's my little belly. But nah. The empress know how to respect self in so many ways. So, I want y'all to know that too. Like, don't, because I'm pretty sure some people that, you got to understand, there's people that's viewing that that's got the mindset, their heart set in Empress or Emperor energy, but they hearing a reader tell them that this motherfucker ain't no real Empress. This is an Empress in reverse. They ain't got shit. You know, or something like that. And I'm like, damn, I know where I'm at. I know where my birth chart say I'm at. Fuck what people say. Fuck what I want it to be. I know what my shit, my constellational shit say. But I don't, you know, it's a hard name to carry. So it's nothing to brag about. Not to me, it ain't. And so, you know, but one thing I can say for sure is that I know that that ain't true. When a motherfucker say that just because, you know, if you ain't got this and you ain't got that, no empress should struggle. What you mean? Who said that they don't struggle? Because, you know, and then here's another thing. You got a lot of these people that call themselves that empress or emperors because of what they show materially, but what they mind and they spirit like, you know? So this is just little things like people got to stop doing that, you know, because you really throwing off. It's kind of like going in church and running out the wrong people, or the people that's really the right people, because you feel a certain way. So yeah, just, you know, be watchful of your words, because it don't matter who you are, where you came from. What's installed in you by God is installed in you by God, and there's nothing on this planet that can change that. If you can be homeless on the street, real talk, with nothing, and you can be an emperor. So, on that note, man, I'm gonna go. Yeah. So, I'm glad I was able to get this off my chest, and I appreciate the ones that decided to sit back and listen to me and communicate back with me. So, deuces.